For this segment, we're going to talk about openings in exterior load-bearing walls. We're on the second floor of a house, we have trusses above us, and I've got an opening over here that we're going to use as an example. Exterior walls are all about load transfer. So load, let's define load. So you've got a set of scales at home. You stand on the scales and the scales read 250 pounds. There's 250 pounds of load being transferred to the scales and the scales are measuring it. In a home, load is applied up here to the top of the truss. Load is applied by the snow and wind. That load has to be transferred by the exterior walls all the way down to the foundation. Now, when you put a window in, the load still happens. It doesn't magically disappear. That structural component is called a lintel. The wider the window, the deeper the lintel, because that lintel is transferring the load from both sides down and then continues to the top of the framing and the top of the foundation below. In homes that have hand-cut roofs, you could have lintels over interior door openings that are doing exactly the same thing. They're transferring the load to whatever is supporting it below. So we're now on the second floor of a two-story house. We're going to go downstairs, we're going to follow this load and see how it gets to the top of the foundation wall. So we were just inside on the second floor. I was describing the lintel above the window. That's the window. Now we're outside on the ground. That's the window we were talking about. Here we've got an exterior wall below that window. The load is coming down and ends up here by the top of the foundation. So that lintel has spread the load to both sides of the window, and the load has carried by all the wood framing to the top of the foundation wall. So now I've given you a brief description. This is all very topical. I've given you a brief description on transferring load from the roof to a wall, to a lintel, to the framing, to the top of the foundation wall. Now, the lintel we're talking about is about 6 feet wide. If someone wanted to widen that window, now the lintel is getting wider and the lintel is carrying more snow load, more load from the roof. The building code addresses that. To widen that window, a building permit's required. A new lintel is required. So we have to do design drawings, demonstrate that we have accurate calculations to size the new lintel that is going to be put in the new opening. Anytime an opening in an exterior wall is affected in any way, whether it's in width or depth, a building permit's required.